Every Conor McGregor controversy explained. Conor McGregor built an empire on trash talk. But how many real scandals actually follow him everywhere? Before he was famous, Conor was already trash-talking every fighter in his path just to get noticed. After one brutal knockout win, he shoved the referee mid-celebration, and people said that crossed the line. His weigh-in stare-downs got so intense that opponents' teams started expecting a brawl before the fight even happened. He mocked Jose Aldo relentlessly, calling him a coward before knocking him out in just 13 seconds. Before fighting Nate Diaz, he threw jokes about his crew that a lot of fans called disrespectful. At a press conference before the rematch, cans and bottles actually got thrown across the room at him. When the UFC pulled him from card for skipping press duties, he just tweeted that he was retiring. Weeks later, he was back like nothing happened, and honestly, nobody was even that surprised anymore. Before the Mayweather boxing match, one of his comments about Floyd got called out as racially charged. During their world tour, things got so heated that his camp actually threw bottles at Mayweather's team. In 2018, he stormed a Brooklyn arena and threw a metal dolly straight through a bus window. Two fighters got hurt by flying glass, and McGregor ended up arrested and facing real criminal charges. He eventually pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and got community service instead of jail time. Building up to Khabib, he mocked his religion, his father, and his whole team, and people were furious. He called Khabib's homeland backward and mocked his teammates, insults that a lot of fans saw as bigoted. After losing by submission, Khabib jumped out of the cage and an all-out brawl broke out instantly. McGregor actually got punched by people jumping into the cage, turning his own loss into total chaos. Nevada's athletic commission fined and suspended both men, calling the whole spectacle an embarrassment for the sport. Instead of apologizing, McGregor blamed Khabib for starting it, insisting he was only defending himself. In 2018, French police opened a sexual assault investigation against him after a complaint at a Corsica hotel. Months later, Miami police investigated another sexual assault claim at a hotel, though no charges ever followed. In a Dublin pub, he punched an elderly man who'd refused to take a shot of his whiskey. He pleaded guilty to assault, apologized publicly, and paid the man a settlement to close things out. Outside a Miami hotel, he smashed a fan's phone after the guy tried snapping a photo of him. He was arrested for strong-arm robbery, but the charges eventually got reduced down to simple criminal mischief. In 2019, he announced retirement again on social media, citing personal reasons and saying he was done. He came back to smash Cowboy Cerrone in 40 seconds, then started teasing retirement all over again. When Khabib's father passed away, some of McGregor's comments online got slammed as cruel and completely tone-deaf. Before their trilogy fight, he mocked Dustin Poirier's charity work, calling it fake in front of everyone. At the Athletic Commission face-off, he threw a punch mid-photo and staff had to pull him back. At a press conference, he hurled a constraight at Poirier's head, sparking a shoving match on stage. After losing to Poirier by knockout, he blamed his own cardio instead of ever crediting the other guy. When his leg snapped mid-fight, he still claimed he'd have one if his foot hadn't slipped on the mat. He refused to properly congratulate Poirier afterward, and fans called the whole reaction embarrassingly poor sportsmanship. Online, he took shots at Poirier's wife too, and even his own fans thought that one went too far. He built a whiskey brand worth millions, but critics questioned exactly how much of it he actually owned. The brand's name even sparked a trademark dispute over a nickname a whole American city already used. His business partner and old training buddy Artem Lobov later claimed McGregor never paid him what he owed. His own fast food chain got sued by a former partner, claiming McGregor's name was used without proper payment. Irish media also reported disputes over his taxes, questioning how his companies handled millions in earnings. Backstage at WrestleMania, he shoved his way through and reportedly threw a punch at a crew member. He traded insults online with Jake Paul for years, threatening a bar fight that somehow never actually happened. He publicly clashed with UFC boss Dana White over pay, threatening more than once to just walk away. Across almost every fight build-up, he mocked opponents' weight or looks, a pattern fans started calling out. Leaked footage showed him punching a man in a club who wouldn't drink the whiskey he was pushing. His dramatic physique changes over the years fueled constant speculation online about possible steroid use. In 2024, a failed drug test pulled him from a scheduled UFC comeback fight entirely at the last minute. He denied doping outright, blaming contaminated supplements, though the fight got scrapped and fans were furious. A woman named Nikita Hand filed a civil lawsuit claiming he'd assaulted her in a Dublin hotel back in 2018. In November 2024, a civil jury actually found him liable for assault and ordered him to pay damages. Several sponsors and business partners quietly distanced themselves from him right after that verdict went public. McGregor maintained his innocence and quickly announced he'd be appealing the entire civil court decision. After riots broke out in Dublin in 2023, his inflammatory tweets got blamed for helping stoke the violence. Irish politicians and everyday citizens publicly condemned him, saying a celebrity shouldn't fan flames like that. In a wild twist, he actually announced he wanted to run for president of Ireland in 2024. Critics mocked the idea instantly, pointing out he had zero political experience and a long court history. He never even got on the ballot, failing to secure the council nominations candidates actually need. He kept posting about immigration afterward, and each new tweet seemed to spark another round of outrage. He regularly clashed with Irish journalists too, accusing outlets of twisting stories to make him look worse. By now, he's announced retirement so many times that fans just treat every single one as a joke. Multiple comeback fights got scrapped entirely because of ongoing legal trouble or last-minute personal issues. Almost every business he's launched has faced accusations that partners got used and then pushed aside. At this point, headlines about his court dates outnumber headlines about his actual fights inside the octagon. Fans are genuinely split. Some call him the biggest star the sport ever had. Others call him reckless. Add it all up, and it's arrest after lawsuit after apology, more chaos than almost any athlete alive. Whatever you think of him, Conor McGregor proves fame and controversy can grow into the exact same thing.